Judging by your recent trip to Canada, you obviously have a great deal of respect for the judgment of Canadian PM Mr Harper, is that correct?
He's a fine man doing a fine job, and I had a very good visit, and Canada is a very like-minded country.
Now, I ask you that because Stephen Harper has just cancelled his country's funding to the Commonwealth because of Sri Lanka's human rights abuses and religious intolerance. How is it possible that someone you have so much in common with could have such a different view to you on whether or not Sri Lanka is safe?
Well, I don't agree with my best friends on everything. But that's life. I dare say you don't always agree with your best friends on everything, Sarah.
Well, what does he know that you don't know, or is he getting better information than you?
Let's never forget that Sri Lanka had one of the most vicious civil wars in human history. Let's never forget that the Tamil Tigers were the originators of the suicide bombing. And thank God that civil war is over. Now, I don't say that Sri Lanka is everyone's favourite country, but it is a safe country, and it is a country at peace, and that's something we should all applaud. That's something we should all be pleased about.
According to Stephen Harper, it's not a country at peace. It's a country with human rights abuses going on now and religious intolerance.
Well, if that's his view, I respectfully disagree. And that's what friends can do. Friends can disagree.
The reason I ask is there's 153 innocent people, they're Sri Lankan Tamils, including approximately 30 children, we understand, in Australian custody on a ship somewhere at sea. Where are they?
Sarah, you very well know that it is the settled policy of this government not to give a running commentary on operational matters, because that just gives aid and comfort to the people smugglers. But I do make these points. We will fully comply with our legal obligations. We will fully respect safety at sea, and we will ensure that no harm comes to people who are in our charge.
But the question was, where are they? It's not going to give comfort to any people smuggler for you to tell the families of those people on that ship right now, not to mention the Australian people, where the ship is.
Well, as I said, Sarah, the settled policy of this government is not to provide a running commentary on these things, and I know that does annoy some people, particularly our critics and opponents, but the policy that we've put in place is doing the most compassionate thing of all. It's stopping the deaths at sea, because it is stopping the boats. And let's never forget that under the red carpet policy that the former government had in place, we had more than 50,000 illegal arrivals, and we did have more than 1,000 deaths at sea. That's a tragedy, and thank God that tragedy now seems to be ending.